just up there, I was like walking this way, and they were all like banging on this dude's window.
Aussie! An online movement.
You didn't become racist to be a patriot.
You're in the wrong place, man. What are you doing here?
A message that we will not give up Australia without a fight.
Send them back! Send them back! Send them back! Cops didn't even fucking stop them.
They didn't even stop them.
They have signs that are like, go home.
I'm black as well. I'm as immigrant as you can get, so I don't know. Hopefully I'm safe. So what's your opinion on this whole
I think my opinion's pretty clear, dude.
Do you hate it?
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
We're about to go in the root of it, like right in the middle of the thick of it, cuz. No pun intended.
I'll be honest, I'm scared as fuck.
You're scared? Hey, we're both immigrants. Hey, pay goods. Oh my days. Like, I can't lie, bro. That had me shivering a little bit, but I'll be alright. I'll be okay. What do you think is the root of the issue of immigration in Australia?
The only issue with immigration in Australia is that it's unchecked at the moment, and there's just too many influx. The ABS, Australian Bureau of Statistics, say that we're 17 years ahead of their predictions of what our society could handle, as in our resources, our hospitals, our roads, public transport. No problem with the people that come here and live here and are happy to live here peacefully and become an Australian.
You mentioned before about being Australian. What would you define being Australian?
Being Australian is being loving your neighbour, mateship, having a opportunity of having a good life where you can have a home, have your children, safety, mutual respect. Toleration of other religions and other peoples, and just community. That's what Australia is about.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Hey, I feel Australian. I feel like I'm part of the culture now.
Finally part of it.
Yeah, it's good. Would you say overall it's positive or negative to Australia?
Well, obviously exercising your democratic right is, a fundamental part of the country. But, I'm not sure what these people are expressing as...
Send home! Because we care! Send who home? Who exactly home? The cops!
The cop guy that just killed 2 police officers in Victoria because they were going to his house because he just convicted Dan Andrews of treason. Dan Andrews was going to court for treason on the same day, and they went to take all his paperwork from his house. They tried to arrest him, and he got away. Free Desi Freeman! Free Desi!
Are we good, bro? We're good? I don't know why it's giving me that look, bro. Like, giving me that look like... What? It gave me a look like, don't talk to me. Okay. Alright, bro. I want to ask you a question. You say no. Don't give me that look, though. You gave me that look like, what are you doing here, you black...
Well, it's not running around in gangs with machetes, for starters, which you guys are getting a bad rap for.
Yeah, with that, okay, I feel like it's the
I'm not saying you do that, but there's a lot of your people that are doing that and not do what they do. Otherwise, if they get deported, their whole family goes with them. I pity their whole family, but if they're going to do the wrong thing in Australia, well, that's what happens.
There's systems in place in certain locations that creates an environment that fosters violence. So you just kick the whole family out, okay? That isn't going to change the issue, the root of the issue.
That's right.
To change the issue, you have to change their environment. How do you change their environment? That's my question.
You know what I think? Whatever, I don't know, Lebanon, Sudan, you name it, I think the Western world needs to focus on their country and trying to get their country as wonderful as our country. Countries have corrupt politicians that are turning their country to shit.
Yeah, why is that?
You know what I mean? I'd bug it if I...
Let me ask you a question. When a country's economic fabric is literally built on colonial pressures, alright, which its backbone is literally dependent on it, and after decades upon decades of fighting back, all of a sudden that backbone is removed, leaving the economy in pieces, creating an environment where it's basically fight to survive. Greed and disparity thrives in those environments, which leads to conflict upon conflict, constantly causing disarray from the economy. Whenever a person who comes to power with the ideology of valuing resources, okay, and establishing industries which is needed for economic growth and for stopping conflict, mistakenly dies in an accident, is painted as a radicalist. Look at Ibrahim Traore and how the Western world is painting him. He's advocating for African countries, valuing their resources, establishing industries, educational reform. These factors are needed for an economy to grow. So tell me what message it sends when the Western world is painting him as a radicalist. What's your conclusion? So far today, everything's been very cordial, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see what they're talking about. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy clip, guys. Look at it, this is absolutely a massive turnout. I'm talking like in the thousands of people here. So far, it's a reasonable protest. It's very peaceful so far. I haven't seen anything.
I've seen some red flags.
I think it's oh, what is that? What does that red flag represent?
It's the red ensign of Australia. It's the original Australian flag.
Okay.
It was used in the First World War.
All right. So when you come with the red flag, what are you trying to symbolize about that flag?
Traditional, original Australian values.
Oi, 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 mate. Oi. We're all in force today, eh?
Mm-hmm.
You with us?
I'm with everyone, brother.
Ah!
I'm with love and harmony and peace. That's what I'm with.
Yeah, man.
What's your take on immigration?
My take on immigration, look, I don't mind. People come here from all over the world, but as long as they assimilate and come in and be part, we're a Christian, Judeo-Christian-based society. They come in and be part of that. We're fine with that, you know. But if they want to come in and destroy the place, we have a beautiful, beautiful country, beautiful people here. We're very tolerant. They want to come and destroy that. That's no good.
My take, you feel like you're implying that the country's being destroyed by immigrants.
No. Look. The country is being destroyed by corrupt politicians. Yeah, that is the root cause of the problem. Now they're purposely going around trying to bring people in who will cause trouble on that here, and also pedophilia. There's pedophilia running wild in our Parliament House. Yes.
Could you name names? Who exactly is guilty of those acts?
I don't know exactly, but I know who one is. Howard, that Prime Minister Howard, right? Because he brought in the rule that no pedophiles that are in Parliament should be allowed to be named in public. He brought that rule in. Howard. Send them back!
We see the effects every day when you travel around Sydney. We see the rising crime. We see that our people can't even afford housing in the lands that their forefathers built for them. In Australia.
Saying send me and you back. How do you feel?
How do I feel?
Saying send me and you back. That's what I said. How do you feel about that?
Our ancestors
I'm just here, like,
built this
in general,
nation
for, like, the
for
values
us.
of it, yeah.
The way I see it, we came here for one simple reason. To send a message. A message that we will not give up Australia without a fight. In the beaches of Gallipoli, in the bushes of Kokoda, they bled for a white Australia. The rest must go!
Is to make the Australia good again.
Yeah.
Whether it's, I don't care if it's the immigration, the taxes, whatever it is, whatever you stand for Australia, that's what you're standing for.
The rest must go!
No more division. I'm sick of this shit.
Why does someone need to get hurt? Is it open mic? Anyone can talk. Please. You're in the wrong place, man. What are you doing here?
Know about those guys, mate. They're just racist here.
Fucking dogs, bro.
We love you. We love all Australians.
We love you, brother.
You're an Aussie,
We love
mate,
you.
all right?
You're an Aussie, my
Don't
brother.
worry about them, bro, okay? You're an Aussie, mate.
Yeah, don't worry about them.
Don't worry about those idiots, bro. That's all they are.
You stay away.
You're an Aussie.
You right, dude?
We'll protect you, bro. We'll protect you.
Thank you.
Mate, that's not Australian. That's not Australian. This dude calls himself white. He's pink. Not even fucking white.
Loving your neighbour, mateship,
They bled for a white Australia.
having opportunity of having a good life, where you can have a home, have your children.
1 in 8 people have to take mind-altering substances to stop them from thinking about killing themselves or harming themselves in a serious way. And if you look at that, and if you just look at the way we are today, and you think that's any sign of a healthy society, it's ridiculous. Before you asked me about immigration, you want to talk about immigration? I want to talk about that.
I just want to spit some facts. So
The data says that the National Housing Supply and Affordability Council says that affordability worsened in 2024 as the housing supply fell short. This has not to do with the migrants. The Centre of Population, OECD, partnerships finds migrations boost productivity, employment and patterning in Australia.
The broader shifts in Australia that are happening, it's not about immigration. We've been having immigration for fucking years. But it's like, why is it that 1 in 8 Australians need to be taking mind-altering substances to stop them from thinking about fucking killing themselves?
And they try and say the pseudos are the ones bringing the violence. It's not the pseudos, okay? You're putting them into poverty, you're putting them into government housings, you're not giving them the resources, you're not giving them the place for them to actually do other stuff, you're not providing, stuff for them to do, so they're going to resort to crime, they're going to resort to drugs, they're going to resort to other outlets.
Toleration of other religions and other peoples, and just community. That's what Australia is about.
I'm a Darug and Darkinjung man from Sydney, but I live in Brisbane. I live in Queensland. I've been born and raised here, but that's where my culture's from. So I'm going to speak from an Aboriginal perspective on what I believe took place. The whole anti-immigration protests were a lot of people were blindsided by what they believed, because a lot of people thought they were just trying to be patriotic for their country. The whole thing about the protests was it was controlled by neo-Nazis, and people were very clear about that once they actually got up on stage and started talking about their agendas, and it kind of mismatched with a lot of other people's agendas in that process. They were having chants about take back our land. Point blank, it's not their land, it's our land. They're more visitors here and they've invaded, and a lot of refugees come from war-torn countries, and those war-torn countries separate them from their culture and their identities and their political values and whatnot. Same with Aboriginal people. That's why I personally don't have a problem with refugees.
They bled for a white Australia!
I don't believe in assimilating to the white culture of Australia. That's bullshit. This shouldn't be a white-only country. That is a disgusting view, in my opinion.
Maladana